Hey there, friends. Thanks for checking in. Laziness and being lazy is like a disease. It just kind of festers upon itself and we become more and more lazy. I know myself, after I been laying around, had a couple days off of work and so forth, I just kind of wallow in my laziness and become very unproductive. Last thing I want to do is go start a new project and put forth all this energy after being very lazy. That's why Monday is the least productive day during the work week. Also, we become mentally lazy. We can become so mind dead within our electronics, our computer, our TV, just for hours, spend just nothing. People do it with video games all day. So what'd you do all day? Oh, because we were mindfully lazy. Very little brain activity going on there. I'm sure you've heard it from your wife. I know I've heard it from mine. And you say, well, what does this have to do with CCW? Well, we as a CCW class have become lazy as well. And what I mean by this, I was talking to my good friend Steve from Michigan Arms, and he was telling me that during his class with Steve Fisher, they said that the whole idea of a defensive shooting taking place 4 or 5 yards away is completely false. I started thinking about that, and I started watching videos and kind of studying this whole thing, and they are absolutely right. People say time and time again that the average self-defense shooting is this far away. No, you watch videos of real self-defense shooting, it doesn't matter. I mean, if somebody's pointing a gun from 15 yards away at you and you draw, you have to make that shot. We can't be lazy and say, well, I could just shoot this. Anybody could do that. No. You cannot predict how your situation is going to act. You can talk to anybody who has been in this type of situation. They said it was the exact opposite of the way I thought it would all go down. So the worst thing we could do is prepare in a lazy way and say, well, this is how it's going to happen, so really, this is all I need to do. We also become physically lazy. We say, well, I've got my gun here, I'm good to go. Well, I carry a single stack 9mm. Now, when I watch these videos, I watch people unloading their gun very quick. When they're under stress, they're just like, pow, 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 pow. I need the situation to end. Now, if we have not had that situation, we are very untrained in that area, we can unload a magazine very quick. And what would be your hit percentage? Maybe 10% if we're lucky? I don't know. So, we need to have a spare mag. I mean, we can't be lazy CCW carriers without having a spare mag. Even if you have a gun with a higher mag capacity, a spare mag's always a good idea. Carrying a flashlight, always a good idea. I was talking to Vincent from Integrity Shooting. He says that people that rely on their phone or their weapon-mounted light, they end up taking their gun and using that as a primary source and breaking a rule that pointing a gun at something you're not willing to destroy. Completely laziness. And I'm not just preaching to you, I'm preaching to me too. It's time to end it. We gotta carry a knife. Not just for self-defense, but for utility work. I at times tend to use a little 1.5-inch knife on my keychain. Well, that's lazy CCW. So, carrying a gun, being mentally lazy, not studying this stuff, not talking to people who have been through it, not going through all types of scenarios, not something that somebody just told you, but going through all types of scenarios to keep yourself, your family, and your community safe is so vitally important. It's time to end the disease of laziness and get serious about this major responsibility that we have taken on. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.